The non-stop radio show.
Non-stop hip-hop.
The hottest underground hip-hop and R&B show on this side of the net.
It wasn't supposed to be this way. So miserable, taking life day by day. I didn't think I could feel so safe. Emotionally scarred, couldn't find my place. I apologize if you need some space. I don't really ever do this, I'm not this way. For anyone, feel like you're the one for me. When I look at you, I feel so unhinged, but not in a way that makes me wanna binge. Wrap my mind around all the words you say. Hope they are true, I can't take more pain. This unfamiliar feeling, why you being so nice? I hope you're not playing me, I hope I'm your type. My fingers and hope for the best. Is this just life giving me a test? So disoriented whenever you say my name. I don't write love songs cause that shit's so lame. I apologize if you need some space. I don't really ever do this, I'm not this way. For anyone, feel like you're the one for me. When I look at you, I feel so unhinged, but not in a way that makes me wanna binge. Wrap my mind around all the words you say, and I hope they are true, cause I can't take much more pain. Please don't go, please tell me that this is true. My intentions with you are so pure. So please don't walk out the door. When I look at you, I feel so unhinged, but not in a way that makes me wanna binge. Wrap my mind around all the words you say. Hope they are true, cause I can't take much more pain.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Once again, it's your boy Emilio Wegbar. And I would like to say thank you to each and every one of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune into tonight's presentation as EJP Entertainment presents the Artist Spotlight. You already know what it is. We at the point of our show where we are joined by tonight's special guest. But before we do so, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you go follow us on IG at EJP_entertainment to stay up to date with everything related to EJP. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. It's your boy Emilio Wegbar back at it once again. And I would like to say thank you to each of you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to tune in here tonight to the show. And if you haven't done so yet, I would truly appreciate it if you head on over to our IG and follow us at EJP_entertainment to stay up to date with everything related to EJP Entertainment. And with that said, folks, you now know that we are at the point of our show where we are joined by tonight's special guest in the EJP Entertainment Artist Spotlight segment. And here on the line with us, folks, we have with us a very talented singer, very talented individual. So please help me welcome to the show, Shelby Bond. Shelby, how are you? How's everything? And welcome.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. We do appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to call in here, rock out with us. We understand that you are in the studio right now, working and all that good stuff. So we are not going to, we're going to try to do our best and not keep you for too long. But, we do appreciate you for taking the time out.
Yeah. Thank you guys for having me. I really appreciate you guys.
No problem. Let me ask you, are you shy?
Am I shy? A little bit. I mean, I'm not shy, but I like singing more than talking. I like performing.
Nah, I could definitely dig it. Some people like to let the music do their speaking for them, so I definitely understand. Having been an artist at one point in time myself, so I completely get it. But with that said, we normally like to take, the first couple of minutes of, this segment to give our guests the opportunity to, tell the audience a little bit about themselves. So if you would, the floor is all yours.
All right. So I grew up in a small town in Alabama and grew up in church. That's where I learned how to sing. And I have an older sister that sings as well. So she definitely gave me a lot of inspiration and motivation and influence for sure. And then I moved to Tampa, Florida when I was 11 and really just started getting into the arts very heavy with choir, different groups, guitar, theater, things like that. And I'm a military brat, so I've lived in England for a little bit, Germany for high school, and I was in just various different choirs and groups and things like that. So choir, theater. So I think as far as like music goes, yeah.
Okay, cool. That's what's up. Military brat, well-traveled, got to see some other ways of life other than what we're used to seeing here in the United States. So that's definitely what's up. I do appreciate that. And, to your family member that served in the armed forces, we do appreciate their service. So we definitely want to make sure we extend our thanks and our gratitude for that. And with that said, being that you have, so much experience living in other, countries and getting experiences with, different cultures outside of the U.S., has any of that attributed to any of your musical prowess?
I can definitely say yes, because in every place that I've been, whether it's in the States visiting or different countries, there's different styles in just about every city that you go to. So you can get inspiration from, for me personally, just looking around at my scenery, the sounds, the smells, like everything. So definitely.
Now, with that being said, with the smells that you just mentioned, like, have you ever wrote any songs based off of, like a particular smell that made you like trigger an old memory or something of that nature?
No, not yet, but that's a great idea. Thank you.
See, I should get a writing credit on that one if you happen to do so. Now I'm just joking with you and all that good stuff, but that's what's up.
All right, I got you.
No doubt. But, I asked that question because, reading through your bio here, I see that you are the type of individual that you prefer to write more so about your life experiences in your music, more so than just trying to write something, just off of a whim.
Yeah.
And with that said, before you called in, I got to be honest with you. I was sitting here listening to the single options that we're going to be getting into in just a little bit, and I can definitely hear the fact that you have, a whole lot of different life experiences. Not only that, but also just the range in your voice. I'm just listening to it, and I gotta tell you, and I'm not just saying it to toot your horn or anything like that. I'm truly saying it because I mean it. This is one of the best songs that I've heard today, and I've heard a lot of songs today, so definitely want to say shout out to you for that.
Thank you so much.
You're absolutely welcome.
I really appreciate that. Thank you.
You're absolutely welcome. So with the options record that's out there, we understand that you dropped it in September of this year, and it, is centered around the life experience that you had, not too long ago. So with that said, like, if you don't mind talking about it, like, what was the inspiration behind this record for those who haven't heard it yet?
Well, I'll never say their name. They don't deserve that. They made me upset. But made art out of it, right?
Right.
So the situation was, I was talking to this guy. I really liked him. He was into music and just kind of like very niche, like genres and stuff like I was. So I really liked him, but he wasn't ready for a relationship. He was like talking to his ex-girlfriend still, just kind of blowing off plans and not really taking me serious. And I kind of just realized, like, I don't have to sit through this. Like, why am I upset? Like, I don't deserve this, and I'm not an option.
I like that.
You got to be certain. For sure.
I hear that one, and it's always good, and let that be a lesson to anybody out there listening right now. Always know your worth, and that comes to anything in life, whether it's music, relationship, or even just being, you know, an employee or whatever the case may be. Always know your worth, because I feel like there's so many people out there that happens to settle just because, you know, they feel like that an opportunity may pass them by. But you know the cliche saying, you know, it's his loss, his loss, his loss. So, you know, with that being said, you got any love interests out there right now? I'm just messing with you.
That's between me and God.
Nah, I respect that answer. I definitely do. But nah, with that being said though, with this song, you know, Options and all that good stuff, you know, like I said, it's the best song that I've heard so far today. So what has been the response that you have received for it thus far?
Everyone that I played it for, friends and family, strangers, they've all loved it. It's been one of the best tracks that I've come out with recently, but there are more to come that I even like more than this one, so I'm excited.
Now, who were some of your musical influences? Because like I said, like when I'm listening to your voice, I can definitely hear the range. You mentioned earlier that, you know, you have an older sister that sings as well, but it's like when I listen to your voice and I listen to your style of your music, you don't remind me of anybody. And I'm not saying that once again just to, you know, be the nice guy on the radio, but I truly do mean that. Like you really do have like a uniqueness in your voice, and you have an originality that I can definitely say is very refreshing when it comes to your music. So like, who are some of your inspirations and your influences that, you know, you was listening to a lot growing up?
My number one was definitely Amy Winehouse, and still is. I'm sure you can even kind of hear it in my voice, like talking. I have a lower, kind of raspy voice. So I love all of her writing and her voice, and like how different she was. You know, her sound was so different as well, but I'm not trying to copy her either. So I try to do my own thing.
Nah, I respect
But
that.
I definitely get a lot of inspiration, and even in the studio sometimes it's like, give us an Amy voice. That raspy.
So have you, you know, during your studio?
And I know exactly what they mean.
Okay. So during your studio session today, have they asked you to give them the Amy voice yet?
Not on this track, actually. This is different. I do a variety of genres.
So like when it comes down to, like, how would you define what your particular style is? You know, like you are, you know, versed in other genres. I understand that. So like, what would you necessarily like define your music as to the first time listener?
I think it just don't place a genre on it.
Okay.
I think that's the best answer I can give.
No, I definitely understand
But
that.
I do enjoy R&B. I love jazz, and I love pop. I love honestly every kind of music.
That's cool. What's your
Hard
favorite?
to put my finger on it.
Okay. So like, what is your favorite, absolute favorite that you are, you know, actually listening to more so these days?
Definitely always has been like R&B, like soulful music, jazz for sure. Usually slower stuff.
Now the jazz.
That's always been my go-to.
Okay. Now with the jazz, is that attributed to your southern upbringing, being that you're originally from Alabama and, you know, have lived in, you know, Tampa, Florida? Is that attributed to that?
I think a lot of it does come from that. There are so many talented, like, I would say they're more like blues, which also like has a lot of background from jazz, as well as like soulful music, or R&B has a lot of background from jazz.
You know, and that's the one good thing about jazz. It's like, it seems to me like, you know, like jazz, blues, you know, those kind of, you know, genres of music have kind of like, you know, been like the birth of, you know, what we hear now when we listen to, you know, like R&B and things of that nature. So I definitely get that one. You know, and also in the in addition to, you know, your single Options that is out right now, you know, you also have a couple of other songs that's out there as well. You know, one titled Blessings, the other one Unhinged, and also Burnt Out. So with that being said, like with those, you know, singles being available now on Spotify, like what has been the response that you have gotten for them?
Blessing, I got a lot of great feedback. I actually wrote that one probably around this time last year. And it took me a very long time, not to finish writing, but I had to keep coming back in the studio because I was unhappy. I just wanted to add stuff to it, like a perfectionist. I got a lot of great feedback on that one, and Unhinged especially. Burnt Out is more of like a dance, like kind of EDM-ish vibe, I want to say. I don't know. I'm bad with the genres, but I've gotten great feedback on all of them, really. But as of lately, Unhinged, a lot of really, really great feedback I've been getting.
Nice. Now, with Unhinged, like, what was the inspiration that you drew from that, you know, helped you to create that record?
Oh, man. A boy.
Oh.
Who is a different person. I was talking to this boy, you know, the dating stages, and he made me want to like write something like lovey and stuff. And normally I write like about heartbreak, and one of my favorite lyrics I ever wrote was, can I say a cuss word on here?
Yeah, you sure you're free to curse, do what you do.
Okay. One of my favorite lyrics, like ever, that was on that song was, I don't write love songs because that shit's so lame. It just made me feel so lame and corny writing it, but I was like, you know what? I can do it. Let me just break out of my little shell here.
See, and you said, you know, earlier, you know, you were saying like, you know, with that, like, when it comes to, you know, your writing and your music and stuff like that, you know, most of it is based off of your, you know, your own personal experiences. And then when you just happen to write about love, see, that's one of the songs that people happen to like a lot. So how does that feel for you, knowing that, you know, you are, you know, mostly known for like songs that involve heartbreak?
Yeah, it's actually kind of crazy. It blows my mind. It also is a lesson for me because in the past, which I stopped doing this, but I write a lot all the time. And a lot of times you could only take maybe a hook from what I wrote, or maybe a verse, or maybe just one line. But you don't throw it away. I had to learn that the hard way. Don't throw it away, and don't doubt yourself, because there's going to be people that will love it.
Absolutely. Now, do you find yourself, or can you see yourself, you know, in the future writing more, you know, lovey-dovey songs, or are you just waiting based off of the experiences in your life to determine that?
I'm definitely waiting for experiences in my life to determine it, because if I write about something that is ingenuine, you can tell by the energy in the music. If I don't feel it, like, for real, then I can't. I can do it, but it's just not going to sound the best as it could.
No, I definitely appreciate that. And I can understand, you know, and I always say that, you know, I haven't been, once again, you know, an artist at one point in time myself. I always feel like the best songs that I've ever written was songs that, you know, I was emotionally into. And what I mean by that, it was like, it was, you know, something that was just so spontaneous, based off an experience, or based off an experience that I seen other people going through. It helped me to be able to write and be able to express that emotion through the music. And it sounds so much better than a song that I'm just sitting down just writing just for the hell of it and just trying to put it together just because I feel like I need to have an extra song on the project, you know. So I definitely get that.
Yeah, you never ever want to rush into things, and that's what I'm like realizing now as well, as far as like making music. Like, I'm working with a really great producer right now here at the studio. It's our last day, it's our 5th day in the studio, but we are doing like 8-hour sessions, and we do like one song a day, and we might not even finish it.
Wow. So what is your normal,
taking our time.
Okay. So what is your normal work ethic like when it comes to it? Now, I can understand you just said, you know, 5 days in the studio, 8 hours. that's almost like a full-time job to most people. So like, what is your work ethic like when it comes to your music? You say you write a lot. Are you constantly writing even when you're not in the studio?
Of course, yeah. And it comes to me like in the strangest places. Like, I used to nanny for one little baby, and sometimes when she would go, or like while I was like just, you know, watching her or whatever, an idea would come to my head, and I was like, okay, when she goes down for her nap, I need to sit down and write this down. Like, in the weirdest like places that I'll like get the ideas for this stuff. But yeah, I'm always writing, every day singing. If it's not an original, it's cover songs. I love going to karaoke bars and places like that. I'm actually going to one for dinner after this.
Nice, that's what's up. I definitely can dig that. I can recall so many weird moments I've had when I'll just be, say like I'm at work doing a particular task and I get struck with the idea for a song. I hurry up, excuse myself, go grab a napkin or a piece of tissue or something, hurry up and write that idea down. Yeah. That's some of the best
You don't
songs.
want it to slip your mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can tell you. Oh, go ahead.
Write it down and also record that melody or harmony or whatever you have in your head, because it might not be the same when you think you remembered it later, and then you get stuck like, man, no, that's not it. What was it?
Mm-hmm. I bet you have a whole bunch of voice notes on your phone right now.
Oh, too many. Yeah, I need to upgrade to bigger storage.
Absolutely. So, you know, with this being said, you know, with your music that you have out, you know, we spoke on the 4 singles that you have out right now. We also are aware of the fact that you are working on an album that's going to be released soon. Now, are we expecting that album to be, you know, released here in 2022? Are we looking at, you know, sometime earlier at the beginning of next year that you're going to put this project out? You're just going to let it just, whenever it takes its course and whenever you feel like it's the right time to put it out?
Definitely right now, I couldn't tell you. I know it's not going to be within this year because it's about to pass. But it should be extremely soon. I just got to figure out all the right songs and exactly what I need on it and what needs to be tweaked and done or redone. Or like right now I'm working on the song that I thought was ready to go and I've just completely redone it. Like that's what I've been working on all day. Would you consider yourself a perfectionist? When it comes to music, yes. Just about anything else, no. It's crazy. It's like music, yes, for sure. The mark of a true passion, when you want to make sure that is exactly right. You know, you'll go and it could be one of the best versions that you put out, and then just be that one little thing that you may hear that doesn't sound right. And like, nope, scrap it. Let's go do it over again. And then I'm pretty sure you have your producers like, but it sounded good just like this. But you like, nah, let's go and redo it over again. I definitely understand. Yeah. The producer I'm working with said something funny yesterday. Because my audio engineer, he was like telling us that some people only book an hour session and expect all this stuff to be done and like they have to accommodate. I'm like, that's insane. Like, first of all, those are like high expectations. But the producer I'm working with, he was like, okay, so imagine if you're like running for Mr. America or whatever, and you go to the gym once a year. Like, what's the point? Like, it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Nah, I understand that one. You got to take your time and really, really grind it out, and the finished product is beautiful. Absolutely. Rather than half-assed. Absolutely. So when it's all said and done for you and, you know, you are ready to call it a career with your music, what do you hope to have accomplished? I really just hope that people can understand my voice and my lyrics and really understand what I'm saying in the songs. And if I've touched anybody's life, like the inspirations that I have musically, then I will be happy. That's the main accomplishment. I definitely like that answer. So with that said, for the people that's looking for you, the people that want to hear more of you and, you know, maybe bring you onto your, you know, to their shows or reach out to you, you know, if that would be something that you would be interested in doing, how could they reach out to you? You can find me on Instagram. My handle is Shelby Grace, Grace Bond. So my whole name. And then I have a link tree on there with all of my links for Spotify, Apple Music, all of that. And there should be merch coming out super, super soon as well.
Now, you going to be putting out t-shirts, or what kind of merch you got coming out?
Right now, working on a t-shirt.
I can dig that.
With a logo.
Well, Shelby, we want to say thank you because, like we said, we understand that you are up against a very tight schedule right now, putting in 8 hours of work in the studio 5 days a week. Let that be a lesson to all you artists out there, man, that you got to get out there and work hard to get any kind of success that you are looking for when it comes to this music industry, because it is not going to be handed to you easy.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate talking to you. It's actually been one of the smoothest interviews.
You're absolutely welcome, and thank you. See, I told you I wasn't going to put you on the hot seat. I made a promise, and I kept my word. I got you. But, hey, if you happen to come back, though, I may not keep that promise next time. No, I'm just messing with you. Nah, I got you. But we definitely do appreciate you, Shelby, and thank you once again. And for everybody else out there that's tuned in and listening right now, be sure to keep it locked, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm pretty sure, just like I feel like this is one of the best songs I've heard today, I'm pretty sure you're going to feel the same way. And up next, we about to get into this brand new single by Shelby, and it is called Option. Keep it locked right here to the show, folks. It's your boy, Emilio Ekbar, and I'll be back with much more right after this.
Got me feeling nervous. My trust, you have to earn it. This lesson, man, I've learned it time and time again. I wanna feel important. Mission about to be aborted. Get it right, right, right. I don't wanna be an option in a game of window shopping. Either you like this or you lost it. I'm never gonna be an option. My heart's been focused. It's funny how you didn't notice. But if you are gonna go ghost, then hocus pocus. I wanna feel important. Mission about to be aborted. Get it right, right, right. I don't wanna be an option in a game of window shopping. Either you like this or you lost it. I'm never gonna be an option. Time is ticking. Chop, chop, hurry up right now.